My blissful gorgeous self, now we are describing an episode of ninth day's midnight of Mahabharat War. When Draupadi Devi came out, she looked as beautiful as on her wedding day. Outside the tent, at about 100 yards away, an artistic fire had been made and Krishna with a few attendants were waiting for her. She looked at Krishna, they looked at each other, servants were standing, folded hands in reverence. Then she walked into the fire. As soon as she lifted her foot to climb to the top of the heap of the woods, Krishna intervened. Just a moment, please, he said, making face. I forgot to tell you, you should receive blessing at least before you enter the fire. That's the custom. I don't go anywhere in this midnight. No, I will not. You are the cosmic man, you are the Virat, and everything is in you. Everybody is in you. You are here. If any blessing is needed, you just give me. Queen was determined. She had made up her mind. Okay, Krishna said, then at least before you enter the fire, you just make a Mahaparikrama. That's a must. He came in front, stretched his arms. She could not move further. I don't know what Mahaparikrama is. I know regular circumambulation. I can do that if you want. When you go to a sacred place, there are several circumambulations to be done. One is an Antarvedi Parikrama, Antarvedi circumambulation, another one is Panchakroshi circumambulation, another one is Bahirvedi circumambulation. The same way, fire too has three kinds of circumambulations. In usual situation, regular circumambulation is necessary. If the corpse of a husband is available, Madhyam is necessary. But in your case, Mahaparikrama is compulsory. In a sad and heavy tone, Draupadi Devi said, I don't know how big is that Maha circumambulation. With enthusiasm, Krishna now said, I shall lead you, I can guide you. You just please follow me. All right, Draupadi said. Soon they were walking the distances. After some time, Krishna turned to Draupadi and looking at her gold-bedecked Punjabi shoes, to these seeing, anybody can recognize you because now you are walking along various camps of the warriors. So please remove them. Draupadi removed them. Her decorations were such. While walking, her hands were all occupied. So Krishna picked them, wrapped in his scarf, then kept them in his armpit. Krishna was walking and Draupadi was following. They crossed some portion of the battlefield, then camps and tents and dangerous places, but she never questioned Krishna as where he was taking her. After all, she had already decided to jump out of life. What else can terrify her? What labor can exhaust her? And what difficulty can make her complain? And to that most beloved one, there then suddenly Krishna stood in front of a gorgeous tent palace and looked at Draupadi lovingly and said, Dear Queen, this is the residence of the oldest grandpa of your dynasty. We have come this far, then at least before life's end offer him at least your obeisance. And there are no gatekeepers, so ask any question to holy men and to the lady of dignity. She glanced at Krishna's face and stepped towards the indicated gate. Just in case, Krishna reminded, Grandpa may be in meditation this time. She may or may not like to take trouble to open his eyes, so just let the sound of your ornaments jingle a little bit so that he can have at least faint idea that not gents but some lady is going down. So that blessing be composed accordingly, okay? And that's it. She walked further. Krishna stood in the dark under a tree outside the tent of Bhishma's little garden. She saw Bhishma meditating in his silent chamber. Incense perfume was spreading, candles faint light reflecting through gold which were plated on the blade chairs and other furnitures, shining long white hairs and beard and lion-like big face, reddish white complexion. Bhishma had just completed his meditation, but inner intense peace was still lingering on. So he wasn't interested in opening his eyes. Draupadi, as instructed, did not try to stop and jingle off her ornaments, and when she knelt and bent the upper part of her body, which bore more ornament, then they made a sweet sound of aristocratic woman. Bhishma felt some lady, the wife of some warrior in his army, as they came often in those hours, is offering her pranam, and so he pronounced a customary blessing, Saubhagyavati Bhav, means let abundance of fortune abide with you. In Vedic civilization, for young woman having once a wedded husband to live together together with the husband until the end of their life with all prosperity was considered the only fortune. It included never being a widow. In her innocence and sincerity in staying in tune with Krishna, ignorantly she did all this, but when she heard this Bhishma's pronouncement, she was shocked and thought, how strange and unfortunate. I am going to die as soon as the circumambulation ends, and my husband will be dying tomorrow, and this well-honored eldest of all clans unnecessarily became a liar. So she spoke out, Grandpa, you have vowed to put an end to my fortune by tomorrow, and you have just given this blessing. Now, how about your truthfulness? How about the honesty of your words? Amazed and shocked at the sound of this highly familiar sweet voice, Bhishma abruptly opened his eyes. As soon as he looked at her, he exclaimed, Draupadi, you! How come you in this midnight hour? Who has brought you here? Oh, my dear daughter, where is that mysterious, mischievous Savior of yours? Oh, to one whom he wants to protect, whom on earth can kill. What is the meaning of my vow at all if his protecting hand is upon you? He can get his blessing flow through me and get my vow counteracted and dismissed. Saying this, Grandpa got up from his seat and ran like a small child out of the tent, looking left and right. He soon spotted that mysterious one hiding by the tree in his little garden and fell flat at his feet, his eyes showering tears of devotion. My Lord, I was invoking you in the depth of my meditation, and you came in the middle of this night just for me. For this wretched Bhishma who creates trouble after trouble for your dearest ones. Saying this in his own intoxication of devotion, Bhishma picked him up in his two large, stoutly muscular, well-scarred arms. One hand under the backs of his knees, another one around the back of his shoulders, and he brought him into his room and placed him very gently on the gorgeous gold throne, and worshipped him and offered his life in surrender, his all. This was his last close encounterment with him. Day after tomorrow he will be on his way to death. Krishna was looking at him, smiling at him, showering his grace. That moment became eternal. When they were leaving, Bhishma ran in, picked up those 5 deathly arrows which he had reserved to kill her husband with, and gave them to Draupadi. Daughter, take these with you. Being useless now, they proved to be highly successful. Bhishma kept gazing at the way where Krishna and Draupadi were going, gazing and gazing and gazing. When they returned, they found all the Pandavas and warriors of the army waiting for them near the fire. Servants had conveyed to all of them the whole news. They were so sad, but when they met and knew the news, all felt as if they had regained their life. In great ecstasy, they embraced each other again and again, and looked at Sri Krishna with tremendous gratitude. Krishna asked them all to go and relax until the dawn and prepare for the tomorrow's ordeal. When they left for their tents, they were hearing in the distance the sound of Kauravas rejoicing in anticipation of their next day's Pandavian annihilation. Oh, how poor, how uninformed they are, and how shallow and momentary are their rejoicing. Thus they thought, my dear